Repeat what you just said, because that made absolutely no sense to me.
Sure. So with a commercial policy, the way that our policies are written is they are scheduled auto policies. What that means is that we are covering the vehicles that are scheduled onto this policy. So for example, currently on here, you have a 2011 Ford Fusion. So we are covering you while you are operating your 2011 Ford Fusion. Now, if you add a driver onto this policy, let's see. Right now, it's just you on the policy. But if, for example, you were to add somebody onto this policy, we are covering for that individual to drive your 2011 Ford Fusion.
Okay. You still left me stranded.
Individual if they're driving another vehicle. So if we had you driving somebody else's vehicle rather than your Ford Fusion, most likely, now if they're a driver, it's absolutely, we're not going to cover that exposure if they're driving somebody else's vehicle, because again, we are covering your 2011 Ford Fusion. So that's why the coverage for the roadside assistance applies specifically to the Fusion, not to you as the vehicles that you're being transported in or the vehicles that you're driving outside of your Ford Fusion.
That still makes no sense.
Not written in that way.
That still makes no sense.
How can I clarify for you, sir?
Because you just left a customer in a predicament that could have turned tragic.
Again, sir, I do apologize for your frustration in the situation, but it's just the way that our policies are written. Again,
well, you need to change the way somebody needs to change the way the policy is written before somebody gets severely hurt. Unfortunately, or fortunately enough, this was resolved. But
well, I'm glad that it was
but it took 3 hours with something that could have took 20 minutes.
Right.
And this was.
Now, may I ask, sir, the individual whose vehicle it was who was driving the vehicle, why did you guys contact his insurance carrier?
They didn't have roadside. But somebody's on the side of the road in a busy highway, and we're bitching about whether or not this is covered. When I have coverage, I'm with the vehicle, I'm right there, and all I needed was a tire change. Now, here's my thought process. Even Geico could have said, you know what? We're gonna cover you because you are a paying customer of ours. We're gonna send somebody out there to fix that, and you know what? We'll add that to your bill. You know what? That's fine. This is called emergency roadside assistance. This is called emergency. I'm a paying customer, and I don't think this is, as far as a policy, this is a situation where you could have possibly got not another penny from me because I'm laying on the highway dead because maybe a truck hits me or this, that, and the other, because the longer I'm out there, or a truck hits the car. This could have turned tragic. And that's why I'm pissed. And I just switched over within the last year to Geico. My last company covered that. So it's not something that's unusual. It's not something that's unheard of. I'm just trying to get fixed so I can get back to my car. Now, I hear things such as, we don't cover this, and it's nobody. And then it was a Sunday. I asked for. I understand that a customer service rep doesn't make that call, can't make that call, and maybe even a supervisor. But when I asked to get escalated to a manager, it shouldn't take 48 hours for a manager to call me back on emergency call. No. If you look at the call logs, from when I called in on Sunday, then
which date on Sunday?
I don't know the date. It's been a couple weeks. Look at your call logs. I called in on Sunday with the request.
So just to clarify, sir, so we received the online complaint, and since then we had 2 individuals call out on the 4th.
You're again.
As well as
Does Geico listen to customers when they speak?
Absolutely. That's
okay, so obviously you need to do that. because number one, I've never did an online complaint. I did a YouTube video and I sent it to Geico about the situation. So what I said again from the very first start of this incident was on a Sunday a couple weeks ago. I don't know the exact dates, but you could see me calling in and requesting help. The first rep I talked to was okay. She said, "Hey, you know what? We'll get you a person." So a person calls me back and they tell me that it's going to be X amount of dollars. I don't have it. Neither does the driver. So in that case, now I'm back at square one. So I call back, talk to a person. Again, they say, "Oh, we can't do that." First, and then even before that, it should not take me 10, 15 minutes to reach a person with emergency roadside assistance is the name of it. So when the second person, I asked to speak to a supervisor. I end up getting a supervisor on the phone. The supervisor couldn't make the call. So I said, "I need to speak to your manager." There's no managers around. I said, "So how would you contact your manager?" "Well, we'll send the manager email." So I specifically asked that rep to send the email and in the subject line to put, "This customer needs help, needs a call back now. It's an emergency." That was Sunday. I did not get a call from that manager until Tuesday.
Right. So that's why I want to clarify, sir, and I apologize. I just want to make sure that I'm understanding completely. When you called in, you said it was on a Sunday. Were you speaking with individuals from with our personal department? Because the commercial department is actually closed on Sunday.
I called emergency roadside assistance.
Okay, so you're probably speaking with representatives from our personal department.
So you saying that if I would have called in on a Sunday for emergency roadside assistance for commercial, I wouldn't even got nobody because they're closed.
Right.
So you mean to tell me that commercial roadside assistance has office hours?
So our department, as well as our claims department, does operate Monday through Saturday.
So don't drive on Sundays. Don't be stranded on Sundays.
So the reason why we're not open on Sunday is because our claims are on again, it's the reimbursement basis. So if you do need roadside assistance or if you need rental reimbursement or anything along those lines, rather than advising to us, hey, wait for us to find someone and then call someone and then wait for them to get there and this and that, we say get yourself taken care of and then we'll pay you back for that time. So rather than you guys calling and waiting on hold and then having to have us connect you through with another company and sending that company out to you, we say just see the local area. So if you can just Google someone right near you, have them help you so you can get off the side of the road, and then we'll pay you back for that time, for those expenses that you incurred by doing so. Again, because of our hours and operation, that was the absolute best alternative that we can find for our customers so that you're not sitting stranded on the side of the road.
No, it's not. You send somebody out and you pay for it. That's the best scenario for your customers. I guarantee you, I understand you don't set policy. You're just repeating some talking points that somebody talked about in a meeting. But this is not okay. And it's not even standard practice. So now you just open up a whole new can of worms for me. So if I need a rental for whatever reason, I have to pay for the rental first and then you will reimburse me?
Yes, so it is rental reimbursement.
Okay, that's why I'm looking for. That's why I'm shopping insurance companies right now. For that simple fact, because this doesn't sound good at all. This doesn't sound good. You know, I have a claim with State Farm. They take care of everything. So maybe I should go back to State Farm. And trust me, they're calling me every other day.
I understand, sir. And again, I apologize that you're not satisfied.
No, I'm not satisfied, but there's gonna be hundreds of other people that's not gonna be satisfied either.
Again, I'm more than happy to pass the information along, sir. We are always reviewing over the processes that we
I
have,
do,
sir.
and I need somebody to call me that's in the policy making, because this is not legit. This is not cool. This is not cool.
Right. So this is the way that our policies are written at this time, sir. So in regards to changing it right now, it's not something that will be changed. In regards to
It won't be changed at all.
Right this moment, no, sir.
Yeah.
For rental reimbursement and towing, we do operate on a reimbursement basis. That is the way that we have our policies set.
So what if your paying customer does not have the money on them? What happens then?
Again, as I advised previously, I would assume that you.
No. I'm not asking you to. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm asking, what happens?
Most likely, the company that is providing you the service would be able to assist you further in that situation if they were to determine to set it up on a payment plan or to just bill you at a later date.
Okay, so do you have a list of customers of companies who will take a payment plan?
No, sir, I don't have a specific set of list of individuals to do so. Again, this is just based on a hypothetical situation.
Yeah, very hypothetical. Like hypothetically me being stranded on the highway and Geico doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Sir, it's not that we don't know what to do, but our policy doesn't cover for if you're in the vehicle with somebody else.
It obviously wouldn't have covered me if I was in a vehicle by myself. Because it sounds like I would have been in the same situation. If I was in my own vehicle, then I pay Geico monthly for a service that seems to be non-existent.
So again, sir, at this point, I am more than happy to pass your feedback along so that we can always review.
Not just feedback, not just pass along. I want to speak to somebody that can get this changed, that can talk policy to me. Not somebody who's talking some talking points because they were sitting in a meeting and they're going over this, that, and the other.
Any talking points? This
Yeah.
is our procedure.
Yeah.
This is the way that our policy is written.
Talking
the way
points.
that your
Talking points.
policy, your
Right.
information.
Right. Talking points. So who I want to speak to, I want to go up. I want to speak to, I don't know, you can have me speak to little Geico lizards. Because it's obvious somebody has to realize this doesn't make sense. This is so antiquated. This is so 94. I mean, there's a reason you pay for insurance. Hypothetically speaking, you know, I have life insurance. Something happens to me, my family doesn't have to pay the bill, and then the insurance company reimburses them.
Right. So it is
If I go to the hospital with my health insurance, I don't pay the hospital bill, and then the insurance company reimburses.
I understand your frustration, sir. Again,
That don't make no sense.
This is the way that our process is set up.
Well, it's a flawed process. I said that from the very beginning, and it needs to be fixed. And it needs to be fixed yesterday.
Right.
Before somebody gets hurt.
I understand that, sir.
And then it's gonna be then that blood is gonna be on Geico, the company. So please hear me out. Please have somebody call me.
Sir, I'm not sure who you would would like to call you. That's why I
Whoever,
called you to discuss
your
this
supervisor.
But sir, what I want you to understand is
Just have your supervisor call me, and that's all I'm gonna That's all I'm gonna understand is okay, Mr. Hodge.
why would my supervisor calling you change the situation that we're in currently, sir? That's what I'm trying to understand.
You don't need to understand. Just have your supervisor call me.
Right, so I don't have a direct supervisor, sir. I can see if maybe another colleague of mine would.
No. I don't want to speak to somebody in a lateral position to you. I want to speak to somebody vertical.
To change our claims handling process. Is that correct?
Do you not understand what I'm saying? I need to speak to somebody higher than you.
Right, I understand that. But sir, again, I want to stress that.
I don't care what you want to stress.
This was not.
I no longer care.
This was not a reimbursement conversation.
What's your name?
We still would not cover if you were not the driver of your own vehicle.
What's your name?
Anna.
Anna. What office you work out of? You work out of Macon too?
No, sir. We all work out of one office for the commercial department.
Oh, what city is that?
Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Okay. All right, Anna. Yeah. Have somebody call me vertical above you. Thank you. Can you do that?
Again, sir, I can see if I can have.
No, just do it. Yeah, you
I
can.
don't see any change in the outcome that
It's
you're
not
going to see.
it's not about what you can see. Okay, just do it. Okay, Anna. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best
Thank
to have.
no,
somebody back.
you'll do it. You just tell them they need to call me. That's all you need to do.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Would you like me to disconnect the line, sir?
Or have somebody call me, or transfer me now, whichever one you want to do.
Right. I don't have a direct transfer for anybody.
Okay.
And I can't get hold of anybody else to have call you if we're still on the line together.
Okay. Well, do your little email and whatever you need to do. Customer needs to speak to somebody in upper management, whatever. Let's go. That's it. That's fine with me. Leave my phone number and let's know that I'm gonna give me a call.
Okay.
Thank you.
Again, sir, I need to get in touch with somebody else, so I can't do so when we're on the line together.
I know
Would you
that.
like me to disconnect
I
the
said
line?
thank you.
Would you like me to disconnect the line, sir?
Yeah, we have nothing else to talk about.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you. See, this is a problem with these companies. I mean, maybe I'm flying off the handle, but now that I know that if I have a claim, I've never over a year roundabout. I never had a roadside claim, but I had an incident. This is something that's not good, and luckily that incident was resolved. You know, but it still took 3, 4, 5 hours to get done. Now I gotta walk around with X amount of dollars in my pocket, just in case I have a claim. Something happens to my car where I'm in an accident or somebody hits me and tows my car. Now I have to secure the rental. I just found this out. And then I would have to reimburse. And see, they would reimburse me. So here's the thing. So it's like, should I pay a little bit more for the peace of mind of not having to worry about that? Because we don't know. That's the thing with insurance. We don't know when a claim is going to happen. For somebody who's never had a claim with any insurance company, well, I take that back. Maybe about 20 years ago when my car was stolen. But for 20 years, I've been paying for this. I mean, I've been with, State Farm and, other companies, but this is new to me. Even back then, I didn't have to worry about that. I remember that. Or maybe 90, I think I may have had a dead battery or a flat tire or something. I don't know. But I had to have a tow, roadside assistance. But I've had a couple of times where I've had to have it, and it didn't matter who I was, if I was driving. I don't understand how this works. Is that a deterrence? If that's a deterrence, you say, hey, you can only have X amount of claims a year. I mean, I think is like one a month or whatever is a good limit, especially since I don't frequent calling emergency roadside assistance. So if I'd have called my commercial coverage, I literally wouldn't have got anybody because they were closed on Sundays. I didn't even know. I just Googled a number. That's not cool. So I'm thinking maybe, I've been getting quotes lately from, they've been calling in, they bugging the crap out of me since I put it out there. Maybe I should pay a little bit more. Maybe I should pay a little bit more for the peace of mind. At least I know what questions to ask. I mean, you don't necessarily think of questions to ask, specifically if you've never had claims. You just hope that it's going to work right. But the fact that I got to front the money up front when I'm paying insurance, well, what am I paying them for? Hell, I might as well be self-insured. That makes absolutely no sense to me. But anyway, Geico, you guys need to talk to me. Give me a call, 219-512-9910. I need policy changes. This is a new day. This is year 2017. And this is unacceptable as a customer. And, my little, $1,100, $1,200 or whatever, I don't know, maybe more that I pay a year. I guess I'll be paying that to somebody else because this is not good. And because I just paid the bill. So y'all got another 30 days with me. But during this time, I'm really going to be shopping. And I hope that you guys step up to the plate so I don't have to keep switching insurance companies. I mean, I don't want to do that. I like to build relationships with companies that I pay or pay me, vice versa, as a business owner. Not good. I'm out.